Raj Khanna again with YourMom'sBasement.com, and we're here with Brian Wood to talk a bit about DMZ. So for people who aren't familiar with the series, can you give just a quick introduction?
DMZ is about a future civil war in America where New York is the demilitarized zone, DMZ, between the United States Army and the, for lack of a better term, the rebel army. Sounds a little Star Wars when I say it that way, but that's basically what they are.
Where did the idea come from in coming up with it?
It comes just from, I mean, I've been living here for like 14 years, and so I always like setting my stories here in New York. And the other stuff just comes from like watching the news. I mean, obviously we're in the middle of a war, and it's what everybody thinks about every day when they watch the news. So I just thought it'd be interesting to like take something that's happening very, very far away, and like put it basically right where I live, and hopefully it kind of lets people or gives people the opportunity to like think about it in a different way than they're just seeing pictures on the news.
So from being in New York, do you feel like it was like kind of percolating for a while, the images and the ideas and the surroundings?
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to do this book for at least a couple years before I pitched it to Vertigo. So yeah, all during that time, like I would just think about it in the back of my head. Things would build every time I'd walk around the city. I'd be like, well, if I was going to fight a war, that's my like sniper's nest, or that's the area I'd have to hold. You know, that sounds very strange when I say that because I really love living here, but that's what you watch on the news every night.
So what made you come to Vertigo with this idea?
I think they actually came to me and asked me to pitch stuff. And I was kind of holding on to DMZ. I wasn't sure if I wanted to like do it here, if I wanted to just do it somewhere small, where I could just like run it my own way, not have any editors or anything. But in the end, I just thought it was my best idea. And Vertigo is such a great literary mature place to do a book. I just figured I'd go for it.
Can you tease any upcoming storylines that readers can look forward to?
Yeah, there's. If anybody's read issue 12, I make a reference to a massacre that happened, and the next arc that's going to begin with issue 18 is about that massacre, and we're sort of approaching it from the different. Maddie's basically interviewing different people involved, and they're each telling their side of the story from like a different angle and like a different political viewpoint. So it's like several different versions of the same thing that sort of like build up until Maddie gets the entire picture.
Kind of like a Rashomon type deal?
Exactly like that, yeah.
So this might be a weird question, but Vertigo, obviously, they put out a lot of trades. They've done a lot of business with that. I mean, does the wait for trade crowd, does that bother you? Do you prefer people to go out and get the singles?
At this point, I really think people should just do what they want. If you asked me that at the beginning of the series, I would have said, please buy the singles, because obviously I wanted the book to like start strong.
Right.
But now it's like, I mean, I prefer reading things in a trade, so I would never begrudge anybody for waiting. So.
Well, thanks, Brian. Thanks for the interview.